I was walking down the hallway of my church one Sunday morning on the way to the pulpit, and a member of the congregation passed me going the other direction, and without really much of a word of introduction or greeting, simply said, "Tim, why is it that before you even open your mouth, I feel guilty?" I was stunned by this comment, and they really weren't looking for a response as they kept on walking down the hall. So I continued on, now much more befuddled, moving towards the sanctuary. And another member of the congregation walked past me and said, "Tim, why is it that I always feel like you are angry with me? Every time you open your mouth, I feel like I'm failing you." Well, now I had something to chew on. Was that the gospel? Is that the preaching of the Word of God that God would have me bring? Is that this invitation to the people of God to participate in God's great love for the world? If my message to them, my ministry in their life is one of rebuke and criticism, it's not particularly motivating, first of all. But more importantly than that, it's not particularly gospel. And this provoked a pretty substantive reassessment of my attitude towards this church. This was not the bride of Christ whom I was called to love. This was a force for change in the world that I was called to push into greater action. And so instead of the lover of my congregation, I was its pusher. Shoving, pushing, cajoling, anything, manipulating. You know the stories, the statistics, all the great gruesome ways you can motivate people for action, you think. But it's not the gospel, is it? It was not an invitation to people to participate in this grand, extravagant love affair of God, but rather it was this ungospel of do more, love more, serve more, care more, sacrifice more. I was guilty as one could be of preaching this wonderful message of salvation by grace, but preaching at the same time an ungospel of justification by works. If we're to be agents of transformation in the world, if our preaching is to be transformative preaching, if our preaching is to motivate and mobilize people for a passionate embrace of God's world and a setting right of that which is wrong in the world, it's got to be from an overflow of love, doesn't it? It can't be because we've just pushed and shoved and coerced and cajoled a little more action. So I realized, and for months after that, I would write across the top of my preaching notes every single Sunday, "Speak kindly to Jerusalem. Call out to her that her warfare is ended and that her iniquity has been removed." And I'd ask myself, am I speaking kindly to these people?